Evening, freaks. I'm here to give Ophiuchus a read straight from the hip with lots of lip, and we're diving back into that Venus Jupiter conjunction series. We already had one meetup of Venus and Jupiter back on the 2nd of March, and we have two more coming in, two more meetups on the 22nd and the 28th, really closing out this pivotal month of astrology. March is a big turning point. I'm telling you, it's the game changer. It's what's going to get a lot of cogs moving that were kind of held up in gridlock. I feel like you're going to get moving, Ophiuchus. This is only for Ophiuchus Sun placements. Ophiuchus is a very specific sign. It's the 13th sign of the zodiac based on the 13 moon cycle, which is the natural order of things. But, you know, as humans often try to do, they try to control things, put things in boxes, place limitations around things. And we moved it to, a 12 house kind of arrangement. So that left out the special qualities of the Ophiuchus sign to be highlighted. Ophiuchus is known as the snake charmer. There is a lot of mysticism, I really feel, comes forward with Ophiuchus as a sign. There's a lot of sensuality. There's also a lot of that kind of like Scorpio energy. That's the ability to really navigate the shadow and hold that in equal measure to Jupiter's light. All right. So your ruling planet is Jupiter, and that's all about moving into that expansion. But sometimes you gain your advantages, and it can be in questionable ways sometimes. I think you know how to work things. I think you know how to work things to your advantage, Ophiuchus. You're not afraid to kind of like, come at things from a different angle to work them out in your favor. Sometimes you get wins that maybe people feel aren't justified. Um, that's, one piece coming in. You might use questionable means to get where you want to go. Let's just put it that way. I feel like there's this real interesting changeable energy around you right now. You might find yourself kind of, um, how can I put this? It's not that you're wearing a mask per se. It's more that you're getting the read of the room. You're feeling out situations. And in order to get the information you need, you sort of have to kind of like go into different modes of how you're interacting with others, maybe to gain their trust. There's this piece. I feel like you're doing a little bit of investigative work. You're trying to sort something out. You're trying to get down to the bottom of something. I do feel like you have some energies that are kind of like working against you in terms of helping you access the information you need to move forward. And this is intentional. I feel like this has been done to control situations in a way. It's sort of like a manipulative tactic. All right, I'm going to give you so much truth, and up to this point, you and I are on the same page. We're working together. Yeah, I'm here to help you out. But it's almost like you're dealing with multiple people who each have their own objective in a situation. And so they're not operating from a place that's free of motive. This coming in very strongly. And so I feel like you've had certain details omitted. There's certain truths that have been omitted that if you had access to this information, it would greatly change the way that you are going to move forward. And I feel like that's what's coming into alignment for you with this Venus Jupiter conjunction cycle. Something is going to be illuminated for you where you're going to realize that a particular person that you have been dealing with has been keeping certain information from you. And this information is pivotal. And I think once you have the light kind of shine down on this and you see it for what it is, you're going to feel like this person actually was working against you, like they were blocking you. It's got kind of frenemy energy, you know? I feel like what you want is also what somebody else wants. And this is why there's the problem, okay? There's like almost people coming off under the guise of like they're in some kind of cooperative thing with each other, but they're actually working at odds with each other. I think you are going to get the information you need about this, though, to like expose this, call it out. And I do feel like you're going to be moving into preparation to do this. I think it's going to be a very strong action that you take. You might even be cutting somebody off after this. You might be ending a connection after this. You might even be blocking somebody. You might be blocking their access to you. I got something about you have a message comes in. It might be a message from somebody who cut you off or made you feel out of the loop, or is the person who held this information from you. There's a lot of blockage coming in around you. I have to tell you, just a lot of blockage energy. I had to try to record this. This is my third time trying to record your read. So much blocking energy. And the thing is when I run up against energy like that, I persist. I persist, okay? I don't give up because it means something really needs to get out there. 7 on the clock, I will overcome this blocking energy to get these messages to you. So maybe you're not even aware of this right now. Maybe you're just dealing with some situation that feels very convoluted. There's lots of movable parts. The situation's always changing. Nothing is static, and you're not quite sure what the right course of action is, or maybe even who's telling the truth. You might feel a little disempowered in that way. Confusion is always used as a tool of manipulation to keep somebody in line, to keep somebody controlled. And so I feel like for some of you, those of you who move in occult circles, who know people who, roll that way, there might even be somebody doing some kind of like blocking work in relation to you. I don't think it would hurt to do some kind of spiritual cleansing. I got bay leaf coming in as a big ally for you. You can work with bay leaf a few different ways. You can brew up some bay leaf like a tea, and you can use it as sort of a crown wash. When you're in the shower, you can just wait for it to cool to, a reasonable temperature, but then you can pour that bay leaf tea over your crown. I feel like it's something this is really coming up, the whole crown chakra, third eye, maybe blockage around these areas, like blockage from you being able to really you know feel connected to your higher truth and sort of like your internal guidance, because you've got so many different energies sort of tapped into your consciousness. Now, how can they be tapped in? They can be tapped in by talking in your ear, or maybe gossiping, or you're getting so many different versions of the same story. So this has you sort of running around in circles. It has you sort of like caught up in your thoughts. You may have noticed that your thoughts are very busy lately. It might be hard for you to feel some kind of like just mental clarity around what's really going on here. And again, I feel like there's like this fluidity, real changeable quality to your situation. And I feel like you've had to be very adaptable too. Like you've had to sort of like, you yourself have had to try on many different roles in this situation just so you could kind of feel in the loop or maintain certain connections that could give you insight into this situation. I feel like there is some kind of help coming in that's going to unravel this ball of confusion and give you clarity about what the reality is of the situation. And I hate to say it, but I feel like what you're going to find out is that not everybody that you have put your trust in is your friend. I feel that. And I feel like there's somebody that's going to be reaching out to you. This could be somebody that maybe you had blocked, or they had blocked you, or there was some kind of like falling out. There's been some kind of stalemate in the connection, and this person's going to be reaching out to you pretty soon. You might even have them reach out to you right around that new moon in Aries on the 21st, right after vernal equinox that's coming in on the 20th. So sort of like spring gets set off with a bang, like this person reaches out to you. They might be just kind of like talking their old ish, it's just like the same old story. I think there's something here that you're questioning. There's something here that um, has you digging a little deeper. Um, I think that you may entertain this communication, but you actually may end up shutting this energy out and just being like, okay, that's cool. Um, Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for saying your piece. Here's how I feel about it. Maybe you're calling this person out when they reach out to you, and you're laying it down and you're just telling them plainly how you feel about the situation, but you might actually decide to cut off this energy. I think when you cut off this energy, what's going to be interesting for you to experience is the way all of a sudden everything moves forward in your life. This is a blocking energy. You got somebody around you who is thwarting you, you know. Um, Now with that bay leaf coming in, are they thwarting you on that level? Are they thwarting you on a magical level? We talk about stuff like this at BroadCoven. There are, people who are on occult paths. This can sometimes come into play. Um, it is possible, certainly it is possible. That's why it can be helpful to do some kind of bay leaf purification, like I was describing. You just kind of clearing out others' energy from, those upper channels so you can see things clearly. It can also just be, though, like I was saying, people manipulating the situation through decisive moves, or through omitting details, omitting the truth. Something comes to light for you, though, with a communication. This has you looking at your future in a new way, but it does also have you taking an action to completely cut somebody off. Like you're going to call them out on their shit, and you're going to cut this person off. And because you cut this person off and you move this energy away from you, you might already have an inkling about this person, okay? You might already have had this kind of like exchange with this person. You already had some kind of like falling out with this individual. I feel like there were words exchanged. I feel like the words were harsh, okay? And I feel like maybe this person was acting kind of real full of themselves too, like, I don't need you, or maybe they like look down on you a bit, or who knows, I feel like there's some kind of element here though, where I just got, thought they were real hot shit. Okay, this came in. I don't know. So maybe somebody was playing ego games with you or flexing on you or something. But I feel like you're going to call this energy out and you're going to cut it off. And you're going to find that when you do this, everything moves forward, because it's this energy that was sort of swarming around you that was acting as a blockage on your path from you coming into alignment with what you're meant to come into alignment with now. All right. Uh, Really interesting download. But yeah, you can work with the bay leaf pouring over, like I said, which makes it accessible to everybody, even if they don't have a bathtub. And I really feel like the energy is more concentrated in the upper channels. So I don't know if maybe you've been feeling a little foggy headed lately, if you've had a bit of cotton brain, if it's been hard for you to go to sleep, fall asleep, or if it's been hard for you to wake up, like feeling really groggy in the morning, just kind of like finding yourself just feeling a little dull, thinking maybe lethargic. That's what I'm picking up. This is the energy that's kind of hovering around you. It's a draining energy. And you cut this energy off and your energy springs back, and all of a sudden you have clarity. You see things as they are and you move forward, but there is some kind of ending here, an ending that leads to success, though. It's like your success is on the other side of cutting this energy off, man. Bottom of the deck energy, Eight of Swords. I'm telling you, you're not stuck. All right. You're not trapped. I just heard like independently owned and operated. I think you're like staking a claim on your freedom. You're freeing yourself from this energy, and it sets you free. you realize maybe this person talked a lot of shit. They put you in your thoughts, you know, maybe they had an effect on your confidence and that's held you back in some way. Or maybe they left out some important details that if you were aware of this information beforehand, you wouldn't have even, you know, let this person have a spot in your life because you'd realize how much they were actually working against you, you know, trying to drive a wedge between you and maybe another, maybe coming in between you and a lover or coming in between you and a close friend or a family member. There's like this kind of vibe. What's behind this? Yeah, you need to end this cycle. Look at this. We got the 10 of swords. So this is bringing closure to something, and putting closure to this gets you to the other side. You finally get through the pain and what's been holding you back. And you move into that expansion of the light energy in your life, right? But there is an ending that has to come first, and it's about setting yourself free. And it's setting yourself free from the prison of your mind, like what you're telling yourself right now, what you believe. It's not all true. It's stuff that's been put on you, and it's stuff that's been fed to you, and it's the way that truths have been omitted from you that has you looking at your situation in such a pessimistic way. I feel like you don't need to be pessimistic here. There's every reason for optimism, but there's something that you're holding on to that's keeping you in this mental state of lacking. And once you let this go, you come into your energy. Like I said, there's some kind of communication that comes in, is they're offering something to you. Maybe they want to make up. Maybe they're making an apology. This is somebody that, you know, you had a run in with. You had a run in with this person and it left you very dissatisfied. You did not like the way this went last time you and this person were linked up. I just heard toe to toe. You know, you went toe to toe with this person. That's what I feel. I think this person's going to reach out to you. They may come forward with some kind of like reconciliatory effort, something along these lines. I see you refusing it. I see you refusing it, and that's what moves you out of the darkness. It's from cleansing this energy away, and it moves you towards your light. It moves you towards that sun, towards your happiness. The star is about hope coming after a time of really, you know, moving through the dark, fumbling around in the dark. I really get this energy around you. Like it's a kind of a disoriented, like, I don't know what's going on here or what I should do, you know, or who's telling me the truth, you know, these kind of vibes, all right? But there's some kind of gift coming in for you, all right? But I feel like there's that piece. Look, I was talking about pouring the bay leaf, you know, over the crown, you know, you got to pour out these waters. We got frog medicine down at the bottom here. Frog medicine is about spiritual cleansing. So some of you, not all of you, okay, this isn't for everybody, so don't freak out, you know. But some of you did have somebody who was like doing workings against you. I feel like it was thwarting work. It was to hold you back from taking some kind of action. I mean, I really feel this is confirmed with the magician coming right after that, but I feel like something comes to light for you with this Aries new moon coming in on the 21st that finally empowers you with the information you need to, you know, break this spell, move forward, whether the spell is actually somebody did some workings against you or whether it's just too many people involved in your business talking in your ear, swaying things to fit their agenda. All right. I think you're going to see through this smoke and mirrors, and you're going to see the light building on the horizon, because this is going to give you a brand new beginning. You're going to know which direction you want to go in, and it leads to your wish fulfillment. It also leads to your personal abundance. All right. It's something that's coming to light for you. I think it's something that you've intuited with this high priestess energy. You did a deep dive, you know, you did a deep dive here. I mean, we look at this. I mean, we got definite, you know, magical connotations going on here. We also have counterparts, okay? So we have the magician to the high priestess, you know. Maybe your wish fulfillment is to free yourself from something so you can be independently owned and operated, which gives you the freedom, once you detach yourself from this thing, to move forward to somebody that you feel like you have a deep spiritual connection with. I'm getting that with that high priestess magician energy. This brings you wish fulfillment. And oh, victory with the Six of Wands. Pretty powerful message there. But it definitely requires a death. It requires a death to get to this Ace of Wands. Look at this. This is powerful. Ooh, you are bringing the heat. You're going to call something out. I see it. Look at Tower. Big Scorpio vibes here. Okay, a lot of Scorpio significators on the board. I think this is also you really getting ready to rise up out of that Scorpio South Node and stepping toward your destiny. It might require you walk alone for a while, though, with this Hermit here, okay? For more things to come to light, you might have had to be a loner for a while. You might have had to go your own way. You might have had to break from the pack or break from popular opinion. You might have had to take a stand for something that you believe in on a soul level because you can feel like the tug of it on a soul level, right? Really getting this energy very strongly coming in for you. A little longer, okay? Just hold on. Just hold on. The pieces are coming into place. Look, it gives you that Ace of Wands to wield as that magician. To issue your commands, it gets you moving forward in Aries season. You're taking a strong action in Aries season with passion and purpose. It gets kicked off with that Aries new moon on the 21st. Big changes coming in. But it involves like you finally becoming aware of some missing details. And this is what blows everything wide open. Blockbuster energy. Any blocks that were in your way are obliterated by this tower falling. Because it's all in the details. The devil is in the details, and the devil is what's held you back. It's those little truths that were omitted. It's the little pieces of the puzzle, and it's when you find these that you finally find your balance with justice here. All right, this is really powerful because I'm looking at this too. It's like all lining up for you with your destiny. This is transforming fate, the hand you were dealt, into destiny. And those cases where you have felt wrong, you are going to get your justice. You will find the balance. This is totally the nodes of destiny picture of what's coming in July, which is really starting to get kicked off with this Aries new moon on the 21st. Okay. We are in the Scorpio South node right now. We're busy like working through all of the flotsam and jetsam of our subconscious waters. We're healing our shadow. We're integrating its lessons. We're doing the work. We're supposed to be doing the work. We're supposed to be finding that point of karmic balance, okay? Because we will have the scales of justice weighing things out, in that South Node position. This is when we're going to find out, have we done the work we needed to do so we can rise up into that Aries North node where it will also shift and move out of Taurus into Aries in July. And at that point, when we can actually set our sights and step into our destiny through purposeful action that's fueled by our passion. All right. This is what's really coming in. This all starts for you with this Venus Jupiter cycle. It's lining you up for this. And there's something that's being illuminated for you that has you bringing down a tower. I feel like you're calling it out. I don't feel like this is happening to you. This is happening through you. And for those of you who are dealing with any kind of like legal battle, any kind of stress around some type of court case or some kind of legalities, I see justice will be yours, with justice showing up, especially with it coming in with the magician. You might even be doing some workings around this, I would just say, if you're doing workings around this, it would be wise to just have it be a matter of the truth prevailing. You might be having your case heard in spiritual court as well. I think you have a very strong case. All right. Yeah. I think you have a very strong case. I think you can find things working in your favor with that 8 of Pentacles. It leads to your 10 of Cups. It leads to fulfillment. All right. It leads to fulfillment. And I mean, I do have indications of workings on the board here too. I feel like there is some magic playing out in this situation. There's obviously a magical connection here with the magician and the high priestess. Um, but I feel there's been a little bit of thwarting energy. It's around a particular person though. You can already have an intuition about this, okay? I feel like you're going to end that cycle though, and it's going to get you moving forward in a positive way. Yeah, something was done in the dark that was keeping you in a place of confusion. I think you are seeing this more clearly as you broke free from the pack and you kind of like pulled your energy back. You're starting to be more aware of the truth in this situation. You've seen through the illusion. Something's being illuminated for you, right? And I do see you taking an action in a new direction. And it's going to work in your favor. I do see like karmic balance, you know. Justice is on your side in this one. I got sentience with this, okay? Yeah, and I see you again. I was talking about that, like independently owned and operated. I think you're wanting some kind of freedom too. There might be something that you're connected to that you're needing to break away from in order to make the move you want to make, to take the action you want to take. This could be anything from like being in a dead end job and you need to like end that contract so you can move forward independently to develop your own business and step into like big boss mode, and do your own thing. It leads you to fulfillment. It's a brand new beginning for you. Some of you might be considering metaphysical careers or something that has like some kind of spiritual basis to it. um, that's interesting. I just got that some of you are into tantra, and you might be wanting to get into like doing tantra workshops, like hosting tantra workshops. That's an interesting piece that came in just as a side note. That might only be for like one person, but some of you might be looking to do something in some kind of metaphysical direction or something that involves spirituality. Or maybe you just feel a really big soul calling to kind of branch out on your own and bring your own unique offering into the world. You don't want to be under the man anymore. You don't want to work for a corporation anymore. You're tired of giving your time and energy to things that don't feed your soul. You're switching this up. You're inspired by something. I also feel like you're really feeling yourself. I think you're kind of casting off some heaviness that was put on you. It wasn't yours to carry. You're setting yourself free. You're feeling more like you're in your element. You're feeling fired up. You're feeling your enthusiasm come forward. You're working your mojo. You might also be feeling pretty sensual. Maybe if you've been in a committed situation for a while, you might be out there kind of, sowing your oats, entering the dating scene. But I do feel like this real like independent energy around you. I feel like you're very much in your element, top of the deck energy. Yeah, you're coming into your strength. You conquered something that held you back in the past. Okay. Something that held you back in the past. You're overcoming this and you are getting prepared to move forward because you're ending a toxic cycle. I think you're calling out some kind of devil energy. You know that somebody was wearing a mask, you knew that somebody was trying to kind of work you. Maybe they were working you for your money. Maybe you were in a really good place financially, or maybe you had some kind of inheritance or something earmarked for you. This person knew about it. They were trying to work you for this. Maybe they used sexuality to entice you. Maybe they put on a good front with that mask. This is kind of like got a little bit of a two-faced sort of energy. Hmm, I don't know if it's totally innocent though on all levels, because I feel like, you have your vices too. Okay. I mean, for some of you too, this is it. Maybe you're becoming more aware of just your natural nature, like, hey man, I like my wine, women, and song. That's what I just heard. I like my wine, women, and song. Maybe you do. You got that Satyr in you strongly, perhaps, maybe you got a little caught up in this. Maybe you got caught up in superficial things for a while and then you realize it's not all it's cracked up to be. Maybe you started feeling really kind of like chained to this. Maybe it started feeling kind of heavy. Maybe you started feeling like the party's over. That's what I just heard. The party's over. Were you partying too hard? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you realized it was a distraction. Maybe you realize it's keeping me from what my soul really longs for, that deep dive. I want somebody that I can connect with on a soul level, coming in for somebody. Yeah, I think you got a date with destiny. You got the wheel turning here with the wheel of fortune. Where you were blocked, you're going to get moving forward. I feel like you're calling something out. You're calling it out for what it is. You're not going to be worked anymore. I think you called yourself out too. I really got this, like this piece coming in pretty strongly. Let's do a cut of the deck energy on this. Yeah, 9 of Swords. All right. There's something you've been worried about. It's been hanging over your shoulder. It's been giving you a bit of anxiety. It could be a Leo. We have a lot of Leo significators on the board here, right? Because you had the Strength card come in. That's one of Leo's cards. Yeah, right here. I also noticed that in the 9 of Swords in this deck in the Paulina Tarot, look, there's a lion kind of hovering over the shoulder. Maybe you've been worried about this Leo. Maybe worried about, how they're going to affect you. I don't think you got anything to worry about with the sun. Look at this. Maybe there's a child involved in your situation too. Huh. I wonder because I'm seeing this like piece with the justice. This is for somebody out there. Maybe you got a baby mama. They're a Leo. Or they have a strong Leo placement. Maybe you two have a child. You share a child. Maybe there's some kind of like you're trying to get visitation. Maybe this has been an issue in the past. You were kind of like denied visitation in the past, or there was some kind of problem here. Maybe this person wanted you to change something. There was something they felt was an unhealthy behavior. They didn't want it around their child until you address this matter. This could even be something like in relation to some kind of addiction or just some kind of behavior. If there was a lot of partying going on, maybe they felt like, I don't want my child around that, you know? You might transform this behavior. There also may be this piece too, I'm noticing in this strength card, um, this lion, this lion is being tamed. The Empress here is taming the lion, is like calming, soothing the lion. Like maybe this person also had felt really hurt in this situation. And so they kind of like acted out. They acted out aggressively, perhaps. Maybe you were worried that this person would, hold something against you, that was going to prevent you from being able to see your child. I don't know. That's coming in for somebody. I don't feel like it's going to work out like that, though. I feel like a lot of this is just due to hurt feelings. I feel like there's some kind of healing that needs to happen here. There's some kind of healing communication. Maybe that for the person that this applies to, because this is a very specific story, okay? Might only be 1 or 2 people out there that this speaks to, but it wants to come in. So for those of you dealing with a situation like this, I think maybe there's something you weren't seeing clearly, and then the details come in and you do see something with accuracy, and then you understand the need for sensitivity in this situation. I feel like there's an ability to communicate, kind of iron something out and come to a successful outcome in this situation. We do see happiness here, right? Yeah, it very well could be around a mother, all right, and child. Look at this, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, okay? This is somebody's message. This is also water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I've had this energy coming in for a while about a cusper, a Cancer, Leo cusper. Okay, so I don't know, that could be playing into your situation. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Big mama energy though. It's big mama child vibes, all right? And there's some kind of worry around this, some kind of anxiety around this. It could even be like worry about getting like cleaned out financially, like, maybe you feel like somebody tried to trap you with a baby too. I don't know, that piece coming in as well for those masculines out there. Yeah, I think there's something you've really been worried about with the Five of Swords. This has really stressed you out, but there's communication coming in. Remember, I told you there's some communication coming in. Some kind of message is going to be received. You do need to be live to this message that's coming in here, right? I'm telling you, there's some kind of thwarting energy in your situation that's creating misunderstanding. They're omitting details, they're omitting facts, and it's clouding matters and it's causing complications. You will know because when you get this communication that comes in, it's going to, I'm telling you, I'm giving you a clue right now. It's going to earmark who this person is for you so you know what energy you need to cut off. This person is going to reach out to you. You've had some kind of communication blockage with this person. Last time you tangoed with this person, it wasn't a good thing. Okay. There was like some kind of harsh words exchanged. There was some kind of falling out. You may have even blocked this energy at one point, or they blocked you. In some way, things went cold, like the energy was cut off. This person is going to reach out to you. You're going to get a message coming in from this person. May get it online. It's like might slide into your DMs. It might reach out to you, online or through text, I don't feel like it's something that comes in like face to face. I feel like it's some message you receive, all right? And when this message comes in, you're instantly like your hackles are up. You're like, I don't know. That's because this energy is not to be trusted with the Seven of Swords. This person's trying to get away with something. And this is a sabotaging energy. You do need to block this energy with the Nine of Wands. All right. You block this energy and you're not going to be stuck anymore. You're actually going to be able to move forward with the Chariot. All right. Chariot, again, Cancer energy. Big Cancer, big Leo energy on the board here. I see your security is really important to you, right? Really important to you. You feel like things are really slow moving here. Maybe it's a slow moving coming to some kind of agreement, some kind of arrangement, maybe involving finances or something that gives you some kind of sense of stability. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of opposing energy in regard to this with the Seven of Wands, but you're really, standing firm in your position. You're refusing to budge. You're refusing to budge. I think this is because you got some kind of inside information coming through with the Page of Swords. This is a little bit of intel. I think you've been doing a little super sleuthing. I got a little like Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine energy here. I think you're trying to get some details, I think you're getting some details. But there's something that comes to light for you, all right? Something that comes to light for you. You get some kind of pearl of wisdom. You learn something. You learn something through some kind of information that comes in. It's a pearl of wisdom that sort of snaps you out of this place of looking at what didn't work out, what kind of went south. And instead, once you get educated, Page of Pentacles energy is like some kind of information comes in. It educates you about something. It gives you this pearl of wisdom to move forward with. And we see the Two of Cups up here, rebirth energy. So there's some kind of renewal in matters of the heart. I see a romantic advance moving forward, letting your heart guide you. Emotions are guiding you. Once you have these details filled in, this may have even been somebody that was creating some kind of blockage between you coming together with a person that you feel a soul connection with that High Priestess, Magician energy. It could have been somebody did some workings to try to keep you apart from somebody, or was otherwise manipulating things, just by omitting information or putting thoughts in your ear, giving you helpful advice, things along these lines. I see you're going to use that pearl to bring this cycle to a successful completion, though. And what follows is you have this Two of Wands energy. So now you look out towards your future in a whole new way. This may have to do with like almost a feeling of like two ships passing in the night. You know, there might be like kind of like some star-crossed energy around this where you're like, I don't get it. Like, why do I feel so connected to this thing, but it just won't come together? And I really feel this could be about a love relationship. It definitely has those kind of overtones or some kind of soulmate connection, like a friend or, somebody that's part of your soul family, somebody you feel really connected to on a soul level, but there's been some kind of divisory element that's come into play. So this absolutely can be about that. And I feel for many of you, that is the story, all right? But for some of you, this is also like about a dream that you have. It's a vision you've had for a long time. This is my if wishes were horses, the dreamers would ride card. And for some reason, you've been held back from actually striking out in this direction. Maybe because you didn't have the support of another, or maybe there was some kind of just roadblocks being thrown in your path. I feel by other people, could be the competition, maybe you're heading into kind of a competitive arena, or what you want is something that a lot of people have their eyes set on. We got big Empress energy here. Okay, that's Libra Taurus energy archetype. It's also a mother energy. All right, this is a very fertile kind of energy. This is abundance. This is really moving into a place where you can bring your new beginning into being. That's what the Empress does. The Empress births new things into being. She births new beginnings. And I feel like you get to write this story any way you want with this title card coming up here. This always has to do with contracts. I feel for you, this is about you coming into alignment with a soul contract, after a time when there was a lot of division and competitiveness and too many cooks in the kitchen. What do we got here? We got the Lovers coming in with the Four of Wands. Are you freaking kidding me? With the Two of Cups? With the Hierophant? This is coming together. Spirit is all over this. But there's something that you have to walk away from first. All right? You need to walk away from something first. And I think that maybe you haven't been sure about what you need to walk away from. You might have felt almost like a sense of divided loyalties, or been pulled in multiple directions. But I think you're going to finally figure out when the gaps get filled and the information that was missing. I feel like that's really what's coming in for you. Something is going to come to light that relieves you of your burden, and you really understand what you're ready to pour your time, energy into, so there can be growth. All right. You're going to let all this like kind of heaviness down. Yeah. You're not going to be in this place of indecision anymore. I think that you're going to be letting go. You're letting go with the Four of Swords to the Knight of Swords, not Knight of Swords, I'm sorry, the King of Swords. Okay. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. So this is about coming into a place of decisiveness. This is letting go of struggle. Something's become clear. You know what you need to cut off to move into this Emperor position. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Your read is out of control. Where is she? We got to bring them in together. You're uniting with a soulmate. You are coming into union with somebody. This is a love story. I mean, sure, it can absolutely be about your success. I think you will have material success. I do think that's kind of in the picture too. I think that you haven't had the kind of success you wanted to have, though, because you've been in alignment with somebody who's not you. And it's been kind of blocking your blessings. It feels like there's something you need to let go of so you can come into correct alignment. All right. Emperor to Empress, Magician to High Priestess. Oh, this is on and popping. And we had the Queen of Cups And look at who shows up here, King of Cups, with the money to boot, too. And right after that, we got the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate connection, all right? And there's also, look at, there's that child piece there too. All right, so we have every sign on the board here. You got all the energies here. You got the earth, you got the air, you got the fire, you got the water, and of course you do, because there's an emperor and the empress on the board. So these aren't multiple players in this situation. This is two people that were separated by external circumstances. A lot of it had to do with interfering energies that kept them apart. During that time, they went through their own spiritual expansion. They had their own lessons, their own individual growth. You're now both separately moving into that emperor, empress, and also magician, high priestess energies, and you're preparing to come into alignment. It's the start of a brand new cycle for you. This is a really powerful reading. You all got a lot going on, man. I want to get, let's see, what do I feel called to? I feel called to get you all an angel card, just to get you like some spiritual guidance, because this is pretty deep. These are two people who've been doing a lot of transformational healing work that are finding the balance with each other. And it's karmic justice. That's what I feel. It's like something that was denied of you that is meant for you, that faced a lot of opposition and a lot of interference. That's what I feel. So let's see what the angels have to tell you. I want to get some more guidance for you, all right? Looks like things are coming into a state of balance. King of Wands, your energy right on the bottom. Daniel, God, the merciful judge, eloquence, gives answers to those in doubt. All right. So if you've been stuck in this place, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to move forward, it is coming forward for you. I got it twice. 10 of Cups, Haleel, God, master of the universe, divine warrior, confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. This is you overcoming the opposition. You had somebody who was working against you. And now look at this. Knight of Swords, Harihel, the all-pervading God, intellectual richness, protects fertility of women, makes children respectful toward their parents. So yeah, and this is Knight of Swords energy. That's air sign energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I feel like you're in this place where those of you who are dealing with like some kind of custody battle, something along these lines, you're going to be able to move forward with that. You're going to work something out. You will be able to see your child. For some of you, this is because you cut off something that was really unhealthy, or just was not an influence that needed to be around your child. And once you take this decisive measure, things work out. Okay, so it looks like there's something around a child in relation to your situation, and the best interests of the child being preserved in this matter, and also you getting what you need to be able to really continue to have that connection with your child preserved. There's something coming into balance here. It's karmic justice, okay? It's karmic justice. I think that you really got to take a stand in this situation. Some of what you're battling is really not easy, but I see it will turn out in your favor, all right? Yeah, 5 of Swords, Aiel, God, the highest being, desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. So again, there's been missing information. There's been details missing, puzzle pieces missing. Something comes into alignment for you that gives you the upper hand. You're able to call something out. This gains you the advantage you need. You get moving forward, and there's some kind of blocking energy that's lifted that allows you to come into alignment. I feel like you're coming into alignment with a soulmate. It's got a unification energy to it. I feel this connection's been blocked up till now, but that's all changing. And that's a really beautiful thing. That's a really beautiful thing. So let's just see here. Any other guidance you want to give? Ophiuchus in relation to this matter, Spirit? Any other guidance? Angels, come on through. What guidance do you have for Ophiuchus in this matter? What guidance do you have for Ophiuchus in this matter? Okay. Anything else? Okay, I got this one here. The star! It came up twice. So you have every reason to hope. Like, I know maybe you've been going through a really hard time and it seemed really bleak, but there's something about like you've been tested and you passed. Like you passed some tests. I feel like you went through something and on some level you broke from the pack and you stood in your own convictions. And it wasn't easy for you to do that. I feel like whatever you took a stand on, it was not easy for you to do that, but that was your test and you passed. And so, because of this, there is something that is being karmically balanced out for you. And it sort of like blasts open your road and it gives you this forward motion. You start a brand new cycle. You come into alignment with somebody that you've been in separation from that was willfully obstructed. That's what I really pick up. It was willfully obstructed. And now you come into alignment with this. And it gives you this new hope and inspiration in your life. It is your reward, you know, at the other side of that long, dark tunnel. It's not an oncoming train, Ophiuchus. It is the light at the end of the tunnel. You're finally getting through this difficult passage. And this is the star Basaria, God the just. Clemency and equilibrium protects against attacks in the courts. I'm telling you, some of you are dealing with some kind of legal situation, and maybe you were afraid about how it was going to turn out. You got protection here. And it's because there's some truth on your side. There's something you're taking a stand for. And it turns out in your favor. All right. So I don't know why I got this, but if anybody is trying to use a child as some kind of like manipulative kind of pawn in a court situation, like they're going to pay for that. They're going to pay for that. That is not going to fly. All right. I think you got a lot of divine justice on your side. That's what I really feel. Cut the deck energy, 10 of Pentacles. Manadel, the honorable God, inner and outer work. Helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. You are covered. And your finances are covered too. Like your finances are preserved with this 10 of Pentacles. And also your family is intact. And that's what's really important here, because we see there's this big piece about that family, that togetherness, your home, you know, what matters. Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, I got chills, chills. Judgment on the other side of the deck. And Mamiya, God hidden in the darkness. Atonement of errors destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. You are about to have a major victory. And it all comes in with this divine tower. The truth is going to be seen for what it was. I feel like you are calling it out. And you have so much might and support behind you. It was 53 on the clock when I said that, and then 53, 55. The change is coming. It brings a brand new cycle. Luck is on your side, and you also have a lot of spiritual might fighting with you. You are in a place of being in alignment with higher truth in this matter, and your truth is what will be recognized when it all comes out in the wash. There's some kind of redemption here, all right? The tower, Uriel, the fire of God, disruption, warns of disasters and aids in transformation. And what's right behind that? But that 8 of Cups. You're about to expose something. You are about to get the puzzle pieces you need to call this out. Verdict in your favor. Karmic cycle complete, and you move forward to your destiny. And it's a beautiful thing. And I want to just get one more card for you all. I want to get a card from this Halloween oracle. Truly a wild card reading with you guys. But I felt like these pieces needed to come in. And like I said, you've had a blocking energy around you. It might have something to do with forgiveness too. There's some kind of forgiveness healing that happens here. This card got left behind when I picked up this deck. So something's coming full circle. Yeah, you're reducing a burden. I think maybe you were, paying off a karmic debt too. I just got that, and all is forgiven. Like, your debt is paid in full. You get to move forward now. That's a positive thing coming through for you, Ophiuchus. Wow, what a wild read. It took a lot to get there, but I'm glad I persisted, okay? Because I knew there was some important message that needed to come through for you. There was just too much blocking energy around you. So please do your spiritual cleansing, you know? Do your spiritual cleansing, do your spiritual baths, smoke cleanse your space. With that bay leaf, you can also burn it, You can get bay leaf and you can think of what is it you're wanting to send away, like what kind of energies. Don't use specific targets, all right? But like just think of the energy you're wanting to send away. So if you've been feeling confused, write confusion on the bay leaf and then burn it. It works really fast. That's the thing I like about bay leaf. You can also scatter bay leaf over your threshold and it will protect your home and also invite in blessing energy and financial abundance. So work with bay leaf. It really came in for you as an ally, wants you to work with it. And I really recommend those crown pours for you. Okay. There's something about not allowing yourself to sort of take in mental manipulation, which may be coming through well-meaning friends. All right. Yeah, there's something you're looking into in this situation. We have the scrying energy here, intuition. I feel like up to this point, you've had to just rely on what you feel about the situation, like on a gut level, but you haven't really had the proof and you've been doing your best to look into this situation. I think you've also been maybe petitioning spirit, like just asking for some guidance to come in, like what do I need to know here? What is the truth in this situation? I do feel like that truth is coming through for you and you are heavily covered and protected, right? You got a big spirit team on your side. Like nobody's going to be messing with you, all right? I want to do one cut of the deck energy here. Look at this. It's all to bring you into that place of sweetness and synergy after a time of separation, heartache, and bitterness. It's really beautiful. Harvest is coming early for you. Barmbrock, sweetness and energy. All right. Look, it's protected. You got this protection energy all around you. That light is filtering in and nobody's going to be able to stop it, The witch, the earthly weaver of the world, right? So, and we got this, look, mischief in play. So this gives me the feel. And look right behind that, cauldron, synergy and healing. So this gives me the feeling that, you're kind of recovering from some nasty energy that was put on you. And yeah, certainly that can come through somebody doing some workings. I think there's a strong indication of that for those of you who do associate with people who are on those paths, or if you're on a path of the occult yourself. But there's something coming through that heals this. We have cauldron, synergy, and healing. And we have the wisdom of the owl. It brings clear sight for you. And with this clear sight, you're ready to move into action. Looks so beautiful on the other side of it. So blessings to you on your way, Ophiuchus. And may the truth come to you swiftly and clearly.